Hi, Ben Franklin artist, Mrs. Scrupa here, and I'm so excited to share with you what we're going to do for our next project. We're still using inspiration from Keith Haring, just like the figures you see on my shirt, and the idea of using lines that show movement, but we're going to combine all that together to create a self-portrait. So that is a drawing about you. So you're going to create you as a Keith Haring figure, and then around it, share with me the different things that make you special. What makes you unique? And with this project, you'll be able to share with me some things so I can learn about you. And I'll also share with you some things about me so you can learn a little bit more about Mrs. Scrupa. Let's get started in drawing in the style of Keith Haring again. Get your sketchbooks, pencil, eraser if your pencil doesn't have a good eraser, and get yourself something to color with. I'm going to be using crayons for today's project. You can use colored pencils, you can use markers, anything that will not bleed through to the next page. So find yourself a nice clean page, and what we're going to start with is that idea of drawing like Keith Haring, creating our stick figure and adding the lines around it to make it a bubble figure, so it looks more like Keith Haring. And we're going to use this figure that we draw today to actually be considered you. It's going to be you. So it's going to be a self-portrait. So a self-portrait is a drawing of you. And it's going to look like a Keith Haring figure. So it's not going to have your hair, and it's not going to have your eyes and your nose and your mouth, but it's going to have whatever it is that makes you you. So I want you to think of a position that you can draw yourself in. Are you a dancer? Do you like to play outside and run? Do you like to jump, rope? What is it that you like to do? So I'm going to actually start just like we did before. Remember, light lines. I'm going to start with my circle for my head and the torso, so it kind of makes it look like it's a lollipop. And remember, draw light. That way you can erase when you're done. And I'm going to give myself a line like this so it looks like the shoulders. I'm going to have an arm go up because I'm going to hold something. And I'm going to have another arm go down because I'm going to hold something that way. And I like to have lots of energy, so I'm going to actually make my legs so they look like I'm kicking up, like I'm jumping and running like that. All right, so once you have your outline of how you want your figure to be, then go ahead and do the bubbles. Okay, so go around it just like we talked about in our last few classes. All right, and once you have your bubble around to make your stick figure turn into a bubble figure, makes a little more Keith Haring-like, then you can go ahead and take your pencil eraser or your big eraser and erase any extra lines that you don't need. So that would be including your original stick figure. Once you have finished doing that part, this is now, I'm going to say this is Mrs. Scrupa. But it doesn't really look like Mrs. Scrupa too much because it's in the style of Keith Haring. So we want to make it personal. We want to make it about us and why I think I'm special and unique. So I'm going to add some things around it to make it more like who I am. And so we can get to know each other and you can get to know a little bit more about Mrs. Scrupa. So I'll go ahead and add those details. I finished my Keith Haring inspired self-portrait and I like to share with you why I did the different things that I did. So when I originally drew my figure to be like me, I had it with my arm up and my leg kicking back because I like to run, and I have out here some grass to show that I like to be outside. So I like to get some movement and get outside and have some fun. I also have the bright shining sun because I love sunny days. Those are my favorite kind of days. I have a paintbrush because I love to do art and paint and create. And I'm also holding a Mickey balloon because I love to go to Disney with my family. I decided to color myself in blue because blue is my favorite color. So maybe you want to color yourself in with your favorite color too, because that's a really unique quality that makes you special. And then I have here hiding behind my leg my dog. This is Max, and Max is one of my favorite things. He goes for lots of little walks with me, so say hello to the artist, hello. So there's Max, and he's my best little bud. And then I added my name onto here so I know, and you can see that this is me as my self-portrait in a Keith Haring inspired way. I can't wait to see what you guys created for your Keith Haring inspired self-portrait. And now that I have given you a little more information about me and you know a little bit more about me, I can't wait to hear what I can learn about you friends as my artist at Ben Franklin. So when you finish, you can share with me and tell me a little bit about your artwork. I'm gonna share with you a Flipgrid code, and you can make a recording and explain to me about your artwork and what makes you so unique and special. Or if you want to put it onto the Google Classroom, or someone at home can email me a picture of your artwork. I can't wait to learn a little bit more about everybody and see all the fabulous artwork that you have created.